I've got 6 side hustles to start using artificial intelligence and the software GPT that can make you up to $850 or more per day that basically require no skill and only take a couple $100s to start. All you have to do is choose one of these ideas and execute. However, these opportunities won't be here forever, and right now the market is wide open. Similar to 2012, known as the year the world went mobile, it created many millionaires that took advantage of this opportunity. And in 2023, we could be entering the year of artificial intelligence, so take action now before it's too late. And if this video gets 2,000 likes, I'll consider doing another video in the series, and I'm saving my favorite method for last. Artificial intelligence has been around in some capacity over the last couple of decades, but what makes ChatGPT special? This world's smartest chatbot is not only free, but it's blowing people's minds in its ability to break down complex subjects into very palatable information. And it went from 0 to 1 million users in just 5 days, and it's just getting started. Whereas in the search engine Google, if you were to type in "explain Albert Einstein's theory of relativity" simply, you would get a dozen of different articles. However, type that into ChatGPT and you'll get 3 to 4 very well curated sentences explaining the subject. And furthermore, if you ask a follow-up question, it will utilize the previous answer before. But how does this translate to making money? Right now, it's estimated that only 17% of the entire world speaks English, meaning that for every English video you see, it's unable to reach 83% of the world's population. This means that anyone making videos, including instructional videos here on YouTube, to that of Netflix, are looking for companies and individuals to dub their videos to reach broader audiences. And this is where you're going to come in. There's a software that utilizes ChatGPT called We Are Nova, and for just $18 a month, you can get subtitles and translate 300 minutes of footage. And if you're thinking, why would anyone pay this? Well, the margins on this are insane. I started a Spanish channel a couple of months ago, dubbing all of my videos to Spanish. And before I started doing this, I approached one of the largest dubbing companies that dubs YouTubers' videos. They quoted me, now brace yourself, $4,000 for just 100 minutes of footage. And the crazy thing is, these guys are doing millions of dollars a year in revenue. But for me, I went back to the drawing board because I was not paying this. So I ended up scouring the internet. So I found a guy who would do 100 minutes of footage for just $300, so a fraction of the cost, but still costing me a pretty penny. This means that if I were to use this software, which I now am doing, I save $880. Now you will have to find someone to actually dub the language, but you can just take that out of the cost of the clients that you're charging, which comes out to be, from what I've found, about $30 to $50 per hour, depending on the language. Now, this is actually something Mr. Beast does for other YouTubers, and it's actually one of his bigger businesses he's mentioned. And with more and more content creators looking to expand their videos into other demographics, I see this side hustle as a no-brainer. Now, many brick and mortar businesses lack an online presence and digital connection with their customers. Now, whether it be lack of knowledge or just not enough time to do it themselves, it's there. And one way to build that bridge through the business and its customers is by creating a newsletter. And this is where you come in. Now, you can start a newsletter business, whether it's actually approaching businesses in your area or just hitting up the phone books for a larger town. And I have a friend who actually offers this service out, and he charges $500 for 2 newsletters a week or 8 per month. And just 10 businesses doing this is $5,000 per month. Double that up, that's $10,000 per month on a side hustle that will take you maybe a couple hours a week using ChatGPT. And if you're thinking, Chris, who's actually going to pay this? Or what if I don't know anything about this particular business? And that's where ChatGPT comes into play. If you look at an average sale per customer of a business, and let's say it's $500, that means that every newsletter just has to sell 1 customer to break even. So for most businesses, this is going to be a no-brainer to at least try for a couple of months. Now, let's say you want to start reaching out to mechanics in your local area, and they usually have a higher dollar value per customer, meaning that most people are going in there and spending several $100s. You could create a newsletter centered around ways to take care of your car or things to do in the wintertime with your car. There's so many different angles you could plug into ChatGPT, and a minute later you could have a newsletter. And if you wanted to, you could even charge less than $500 a month just to guarantee the sale, and then segue them into another offer like this next side hustle. Video content is king king, but many people don't know what to say in front of a camera or have time to write out a script of what to say. And that's where you can come in and write scripts around different video topics. Or you could just reach out to YouTubers directly and offer them scripts as well. The more complex the category is on YouTube, the more useful this is going to be. For me personally, sometimes breaking down hard to understand technologies in blockchain would take me tens of hours to write. And there was even one point where I was willing to pay $1,000 a script from a scriptwriter who wrote for a crypto channel that has over 1 million subs, and I was willing to buy 3 scripts, and they ended up backing out of the deal for one reason or another. And the crazy thing is this wasn't even a done for you script. I was still going to have to spend a few hours going over and tweaking the material. My point is the market on this is wide open, and whether it's brick and mortar businesses wanting to start a video newsletter, or it's DMing actual YouTubers and sending them to your website, wewritescripts.com or something like that, and offering them a package deal, the potential here is endless. At $200 per script, the average YouTuber makes 2 videos per week. That's $1,600 per month. And as of 2021, there were over 300,000 channels with over 100,000 subs. So if you were to lock down 1% of the 1% of just these channels alone, at this offer, that would come out to be $48,000 per month in revenue. And all of this taking maybe 5 to 10 hours a week for a $500,000 a year side hustle. But let's backtrack. You can help already established businesses with ChatGPT, but what about businesses that have not yet been created? According to the Better Business Bureau, there are over 600,000 new businesses created every single year. And with new businesses comes a large amount of paperwork, whether it be trademarks and corporations and much more. Business startup sites charge anywhere from $500 on the lower end to tens of thousands of dollars to help setting up the businesses depending on the complexity of it. This business site that I found on Craigslist is offering deals upwards of $1,500. And using ChatGPT, you can assist customers in this market not even knowing anything about creating a new business. Not only can ChatGPT help you get the correct information, but there's a site called Tome where you can actually build business presentations in a matter of minutes. It utilizes this AI technology, and all you have to do is type in the topic, and from there it will build out the slides with images as well as text. You can even specify the number of slides that you want to include. To get customers helping out businesses, really the only thing you're going to need is a domain and a website. And you could offer an entire package helping someone get their business up and running, and you could see what the market's offering and undercut them drastically given the cost of ChatGPT. Now, once again, this will not be here forever. Once this technology becomes more accessible and more people know about it, more people will start utilizing this instead of going to these companies. But while you snag these customers, you can then filter them into some of those previous offers that we already talked about. Now, moving on to creating your own e-commerce store by drop shipping products, and ChatGPT isn't actually going to create the store for you, but if you know how to use ChatGPT effectively, it's going to do 95% of the legwork. And dropshipping is great because it doesn't involve actually tying up any capital into the products, and you can get started with less than $200. Now, I went to ChatGPT and asked what were some great sites to dropship products from, and it mentioned AliExpress, but I've been in e-commerce for over a half a decade, and I know it's not that simple. So how do we find the products on AliExpress that are worth dropshipping? I actually asked ChatGPT this, and it mentioned a site that I've used before called Oberlo. And Oberlo will help you not only find profitable products, but it will help you find current trends as well. So head over to Oberlo, pick a niche, and then pick a domain around that niche. For example, I'm selling pets, so you could pick petsrus.com. The site I'm using is pawareness.org. And from there, you can start listing a handful of products. But one of the most important parts to selling is good images and good copyright or a good description of those products so that people will buy them. Now, to get these images, you can actually just grab them from the AliExpress listing, but to get the description, we can use ChatGPT. So you can type in, write a product description for a dog steel bowl, but sarcastic. So similar to the Dollar Shave Club, if you've ever seen some of those ads. Or you could type in, write a dog steel bowl product description, funny. But you're not done yet, because what you're going to want to do now is take that product description and head over to a site called Quillbot. Quillbot will rephrase any paragraph, and this is important because when ranking sites on Google, Google can tell what was written or not written by AI, specifically ChatGPT. And if it was ranked by ChatGPT, it's possible that it won't rank as high on Google. So from there, you can take that description, add it to your website. But how do we get eyeballs or find customers using our website? Now, ChatGPT GPT actually won't help with this, and we could run Facebook ads, but that's going to cost money, that's going to take time. And what we're going to do is we're going to create an affiliate ad and we're going to reach out to people in our niche. So we're going to head over to TikTok or Instagram, type in the hashtag of whatever you're selling, so maybe pet leash or pet product, and then you're going to start reaching out to these influencers. And you're going to offer them a 20 to 30% commission off of what you're selling. That way they're incentivized to promote it. And I saw someone do this, and off just one mention, someone sold 3,000 products of whatever it is that they were selling. So that means that if you were making $10 per product, now they would pocket $3, you would keep $7. And if you sold 3,000 units, that means you would pocket $21,000 off of just that one video. Now that's a nice chunk of money, but I want to switch gears for this next side hustle. One thing that all of these side hustles have in common is their ability to scale. And on this next one, there are some freelancers doing over $300,000 a year. And that's by creating resumes and cover letters for people using ChatGPT. With ChatGPT, I went ahead and I typed in, write an entry-level resume for a software programmer, and it came up with this. Now, if you really want to streamline this, you could go to resume.io or one of those sites, create a questionnaire for future customers, have them fill out the information, and then you'll use someone that you pay $5 an hour to enter that information in. And doing this, you could charge $50 a resume, do 50 resumes a week, all for less than 10 hours, and that comes out to be $10,000 a month. Now, I wanted to mention, I have a course on how to sell on Amazon, and it's not drop shipping, but how to sell wholesale on Amazon. And I've sold over $8 million using this business model. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to be giving out this course somewhere between 10 and 40 individuals sometime in the next couple of weeks, and I can't say too much about this. It's going to be pretty much free. That's all I can really say. So if you want to know more about that, you're going to have to subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and I'll be announcing that probably sometime in a video or on my community page. And if none of these 6 side hustles utilizing AI really struck your interest, I recommend checking out this video right here where I go over my top 10 side hustles for 2023.